Welcome to our channel, and before we get started, I want to remind you to subscribe massively, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our engaging and thought-provoking stories. Today's report is a deep dive into a controversy that has captured headlines across the nation, a story that blends celebrity activism, immigration politics, and a rather peculiar call for deportation. Our focus is on none other than Selena Gomez, the beloved pop star and actor whose emotional message has stirred up both admiration and ire, and the unfolding political drama that surrounds it. In a moment that was meant to express empathy and solidarity, Selena Gomez posted an emotional video addressing the plight of immigrants who have been affected by the latest round of deportation raids. In this video, which she later decided to delete, the 32-year-old artist was visibly moved. With tears in her eyes, she spoke directly about the pain of seeing children and families under attack, a poignant statement meant to underline her heartfelt concern for those caught up in the current immigration crackdown. "I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked, the children. I don't understand. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I'll try everything. I promise," she said, encapsulating her deep-seated empathy and the helplessness many feel when faced with systemic injustice. The video, initially intended as a compassionate outreach to those suffering under harsh immigration policies, quickly became a flashpoint in the already polarized political arena. What might have remained a simple expression of human compassion soon transformed into a battleground for political commentary and ideological warfare. Among those who seized upon this opportunity was Sam Parker, a former Republican Senate candidate from Utah. Parker, known for his previous political runs and sharp rhetoric, took to social media with a series of inflammatory remarks that have since ignited a firestorm of controversy. In one of his posts, he went as far as to suggest that Selena Gomez, despite being a lifelong citizen, should be deported, a demand that has left many questioning the motivations behind such statements and the broader implications for political discourse in America. Parker's comments were not isolated incidents, rather, they reflect a broader trend in political rhetoric that targets celebrities who speak out on contentious issues. By branding Gomez with labels such as having an entitlement attitude and insinuating that her heritage somehow disqualifies her from being a true American, Parker tapped into a vein of populist sentiment that has been growing louder in certain political circles. His remarks, including the blunt declaration to deport Selena Gomez, were designed to provoke a reaction and to polarize opinions even further. For many, these comments were not just about one individual's expression of sympathy, they were emblematic of a larger struggle over the definition of citizenship, identity, and the role of empathy in political life. The backlash to Parker's remarks was swift and multifaceted. Fans of Selena Gomez and supporters of immigrant rights took to social media to voice their disapproval, rallying behind the star and decrying what they saw as an attack on her right to express compassion. In response to the onslaught, Gomez herself maintained a level of composure that was both unexpected and refreshing. Rather than engaging in a tirade of her own, she chose to respond with humor and grace, writing, "Oh Mr. Parker, Mr. Parker. Thanks for the laugh and the threat." This succinct retort not only diffused the immediate tension but also highlighted the absurdity of trying to silence a heartfelt expression of empathy through threats of deportation. However, the controversy did not end with Gomez's response. The video had already captured the attention of influential figures within the Trump administration. Tom Homan, the administration's border czar, was among those who weighed in on the situation. In a no-nonsense interview with Fox News, Homan defended the ongoing deportation raids, arguing that the operations were justified and that anyone unhappy with the measures should seek to change the law through Congress. "If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operation without apology," he stated. Homan's comments underscored a broader narrative being pushed by the administration, that the immigration raids were narrowly targeted at individuals with criminal backgrounds, despite mounting evidence suggesting that legal immigrants and even indigenous Americans had also been caught in the crossfire. This line of defense from the administration did little to quell the rising tensions. In fact, it only served to reinforce the perception among many that immigration enforcement was being used as a political tool, rather than a purely law and order measure. For critics, the rhetoric surrounding these raids was not merely about maintaining national security, it was about exploiting fear and division for political gain. The contrasting responses, from Gomez's tearful empathy to Parker's inflammatory call for deportation, and Homan's staunch defense of aggressive immigration policies, exemplify the deep ideological divides that currently characterize American politics. At the heart of this controversy lies an important question about identity and belonging. Selena Gomez is a U.S. citizen through and through, born in Grand Prairie, Texas, to parents with a rich cultural heritage that spans both American and Mexican roots. Her paternal grandparents immigrated to the United States from Monterrey, Mexico in the 1970s, and her father, also named Ricardo, was born on American soil. Despite this indisputable fact, critics like Sam Parker have attempted to undermine her legitimacy as an American by focusing on her heritage, rather than her citizenship. This approach raises profound questions about what it truly means to be American. Is it defined solely by the place of birth, or does cultural heritage play an equally significant role? For many of Gomez's supporters, her identity is a testament to the multicultural fabric that defines the United States, a country built on the contributions of immigrants and their descendants. The deletion of the emotional video from Gomez's social media further complicated matters. In a follow-up post, she lamented, "Apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people," a statement that resonated deeply with many who felt that her initial message had been misinterpreted and unfairly attacked. The decision to remove the video was met with mixed reactions. Some saw it as a necessary step to avoid further harassment, while others viewed it as a retreat from an important public conversation. This incident brings into sharp focus the delicate balance celebrities must maintain when they use their platforms to discuss politically charged topics. On one hand, there is a growing expectation that public figures speak out against injustices. On the other, there is the risk of becoming embroiled in political battles that can overshadow the original message of compassion and solidarity. This episode is not an isolated incident, but part of a larger pattern of celebrity activism intersecting with contentious political issues. Over the past few years, various prominent figures, ranging from musicians and actors to athletes and public intellectuals, have faced backlash for sharing their views on topics such as immigration, racial injustice, and political reform. Taylor Swift, for instance, has encountered fierce criticism for her political endorsements, while LeBron James has repeatedly been targeted for his outspoken advocacy on social justice. Even former NFL player Colin Kaepernick, whose protest against racial injustice through kneeling during the national anthem sparked a nationwide debate, has faced similar scrutiny. In this context, Selena Gomez's experience can be seen as part of an ongoing struggle where personal expression and political opinion often collide in the public sphere. For many Americans, the controversy surrounding Selena Gomez is a microcosm of the larger debates that define today's political landscape. It encapsulates the tension between the need for compassionate political discourse and the often harsh realities of partisan politics. The incident has sparked broader discussions about the role of empathy in leadership and public life. Should celebrities and public figures use their influence to advocate for social justice, even if it means stepping into politically contentious arenas? Or should they remain neutral, focusing solely on their art and entertainment careers while leaving political debates to elected officials and policy experts? These questions are not new, but they have gained renewed urgency in a time when political polarization seems to be at an all-time high. Adding further complexity to the matter is the evolving nature of immigration policies in the United States. Over the past few decades, immigration has become one of the most contentious issues in American politics, with debates often centering on questions of national security, economic opportunity, and cultural integration. The current administration's approach to immigration, characterized by aggressive raids and strict enforcement measures, has drawn both support and criticism. Proponents argue that such measures are necessary to maintain the rule of law and ensure national security, while opponents contend that they disproportionately target vulnerable populations and undermine the nation's long-standing tradition of welcoming immigrants. In this polarized environment, any public expression related to immigration is bound to evoke strong reactions, and Selena Gomez's video was no exception. Beyond the immediate controversy, the incident has broader implications for how political discourse is conducted in the digital age. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds where every statement, gesture, or image can be magnified and scrutinized by millions. In such a climate, even a moment of genuine vulnerability, as seen in Gomez's tearful appeal, can be repurposed as ammunition in ideological battles. The rapid spread of information and misinformation on these platforms means that messages are often taken out of context or weaponized by individuals seeking to advance their own political agendas. This dynamic not only complicates the public conversation but also places enormous pressure on individuals who attempt to speak out, knowing that their words may be twisted, misrepresented, or used to incite further division. It is also worth considering the historical context of deportation rhetoric in the United States. Throughout the country's history, there have been periods when calls for the deportation of certain groups were not only common but also state-sanctioned. During the early 20th century, for instance, anti-immigrant sentiment led to policies that targeted various communities, including those of Mexican descent. While the legal and social landscapes have evolved significantly since then, vestiges of that past continue to influence contemporary political debates. Critics of current immigration policies argue that the aggressive tactics employed by the administration echo earlier eras of exclusionary nationalism, where empathy and understanding were replaced by fear and suspicion. In this light, the reaction to Selena Gomez's video, especially the call for her deportation, can be seen as a reflection of lingering resentments. Unresolved issues surrounding national identity and belonging. Selena Gomez's personal history and public persona add yet another layer to this complex story. Born in Grand Prairie, Texas, she embodies a blend of American cultural influences and Latin American heritage that has resonated with millions of fans around the world. Her career has been marked by both extraordinary success in the music industry and notable achievements in television and film. Beyond her artistic endeavors, Gomez has been a vocal advocate for mental health awareness and has used her platform to bring attention to causes such as lupus research, a disease that has affected her family deeply. This multidimensional public image makes the attack on her seem even more incongruous. Rather than being a political figure by choice, Gomez has primarily been known for her contributions to entertainment and philanthropy. Yet, when she chose to express empathy for those suffering under harsh immigration policies, she inadvertently became a target for those who view any deviation from strict political orthodoxy as an affront to their values. The incident has sparked a broader dialogue about the responsibilities of public figures in today's society. In an era when social media has democratized the flow of information, the line between personal expression and political activism has become increasingly blurred. Celebrities are no longer insulated from political debates; instead, their every word and action is subject to intense scrutiny. For many fans, the expectation is that their idols will stand up for what they believe in, even if it means courting controversy. For detractors, however, any foray into politically charged territory is seen as a betrayal of the role these figures play in providing escapism and entertainment. This dichotomy creates a challenging environment for those in the public eye, one where the pursuit of social justice and the desire for widespread appeal often appear to be at odds with one another. In the wake of the controversy, many observers have noted that the polarized reactions to Selena Gomez's video reflect deeper societal divisions. On one side are those who champion empathy, inclusion, and a broad interpretation of what it means to be American, a view that embraces the country's diverse heritage and recognizes the contributions of all its citizens. On the other side are those who adhere to a more exclusionary vision of citizenship, one that is narrowly defined by legalistic interpretations of birth and heritage. The clash between these perspectives is not merely a matter of political ideology, it speaks to fundamental differences in how people understand community, identity, and justice in a rapidly changing world. Amid all the heated debates and impassioned responses, one must also consider the personal toll that such controversies can take on those involved. For Selena Gomez, the experience of having her genuine expression of empathy transformed into a politically charged flashpoint must have been profoundly disheartening. The decision to delete her video, a move that likely came after careful deliberation, highlights the challenges faced by public figures who wish to engage in meaningful dialogue without becoming embroiled in the endless cycle of online harassment and political manipulation. In a world where every emotion can be dissected and every statement weaponized, the pressure to conform to an ever-shifting set of expectations can be overwhelming. Yet, despite the backlash and the immense pressure to remain silent on controversial issues, many believe that moments like these are crucial for fostering a more inclusive and compassionate society. When a prominent figure like Selena Gomez dares to express vulnerability and empathy, she not only gives voice to the struggles of countless individuals, but also challenges the prevailing narrative that often equates political activism with divisiveness. By choosing to respond to threats and insults with humor and calm, Gomez set an example of how to navigate the turbulent waters of modern political discourse without sacrificing one's humanity. Looking forward, the repercussions of this incident may well extend far beyond the immediate controversy. It serves as a stark reminder of how deeply intertwined entertainment and politics have become, and how even a single video can spark a national debate that touches on issues of identity, justice, and the meaning of citizenship. For some, the incident underscores the importance of standing up for one's beliefs, regardless of the personal cost. For others, it is a cautionary tale about the perils of speaking out in an environment where every statement is scrutinized and every sentiment is potentially weaponized. The conversation that has emerged in the wake of Selena Gomez's video is likely to continue for some time, as both supporters and detractors weigh in on the appropriate role of public figures in political debates. Some argue that celebrities should use their influence to draw attention to important issues, be it immigration, mental health, or social justice, while others insist that their primary role should be to entertain and inspire, leaving the messy details of policy and politics to those who are elected to serve in government. This tension between artistic expression and political engagement is not new, but it has taken on heightened significance in today's climate of rapid social change and unprecedented connectivity. As the debate rages on, one cannot help but wonder about the long-term impact of such controversies on the public's perception of celebrity activism. Will incidents like these encourage more stars to take bold stands on issues that matter, or will they serve as a deterrent, reminding public figures of the potential costs of stepping into politically charged debates? Only time will tell. What is clear, however, is that the conversation surrounding immigration, identity, and the right to show empathy is far from over, and that every comment, every video, and every public statement contributes to the evolving narrative of our society. In the end, the saga of Selena Gomez and the call for her deportation is emblematic of a much larger struggle, a struggle between different visions of what it means to belong to a nation, between the values of empathy and exclusion, and between the desire for unity and the forces of division. It challenges us to reflect on our own beliefs and to consider how we respond to those who dare to express their humanity in a way that defies the conventional boundaries of political correctness. As we navigate these turbulent times, it is essential that we remain open to dialogue, that we strive to understand perspectives that differ from our own, and that we never lose sight of the fact that behind every headline and every social media post lies the complex, multifaceted reality of human experience. So, as we wrap up today's report, I invite you to join the conversation. What do you think about the situation? Should celebrities like Selena Gomez be applauded for using their platforms to express empathy and advocate for social justice, or do you believe they should steer clear of politically charged topics to avoid unnecessary controversy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, your subscription and engagement are what keep this channel alive. So don't forget to subscribe massively, hit that like button, and share your opinions with us. How do you see the future of celebrity activism evolving in our increasingly divided political landscape?